You put the s'mores Girl Scout cookie in the microwave for 10 seconds. Fantastic. Hey, it's Monday. It's week one of competition season, and right now, as we're filming, this is I think the Israel district competition number 1 is finishing up. And so I was watching a little bit. It's exciting to see this year's game played. Lots of cool things out there. There's first updates now. Premiere night was last night, so we got to see a lot of videos. Lunch today, I'm kind of snacking. I got some beef jerky, and I got some pretzels and some water. Reveal videos, some of my favorites. I did like Westside Boiler Invasion's nice video from over here in Indiana, over at West Lafayette. They have this really cool video of their robot doing a lot of wonderful things, and then at the end, they have this mini-me robot that shoots smaller balls that's fully functioning. They're crazy, these people. I don't know. They make a big robot and a little robot. They're both are wonderful, so good job, WBI. Argos, 1756 out of Illinois. They have a really nice video, and I especially liked, it's kind of crazy, but I especially liked their sprocket and tube rack and pinion. They just put holes in an aluminum tube and they drive it with a sprocket to go up and down. It's like the simplest, beautiful, most elegant thing ever. So good job, Argos. WildStang has a nice robot with their short turret robot. Really cool, really quick, impressive, nice robot from WildStang. 3015 Ranger Robotics out of Finger Lakes area. You guys have a wonderful robot every year. Your single post lift system is very cool, very impressive. Another team with a single post lift system that from what I can tell so far, this is the most complex robot I've seen so far this year. But Orbit Team 1690, what are you guys doing? That robot is crazy good. Get this, swerve drive, robot wheel of wonder in the middle, indexing the power cells into your shooter, and the shooter goes up and down, like it goes up to shoot, and then it goes down to go under the trench run. Looks like it has different degrees of angled shooting. Do a long shot back by the control panel or a short shot. It's crazy good. And then they have this really small lift system with tubes. I'm looking forward to seeing 1690 probably at World Championships if they do well at Israel. It looks really, really good. So good job to you guys. 2630 Thunderbolts has a good one too. Yeah, there was a lot of activity here at Andy Mork on Saturday. There was a group of people getting the Indiana District equipment ready, and then there was Cybertooth Robotics team that was finishing up the mechanical portions of their robot so the software team can finally get their take at it. Your programmers are people too. Take care of them. And then we also were running a Scout Merit Badge this past Saturday. There's a bunch of Scouts that built this robot and fulfilled their Merit Badge requirements. That was a good thing. It was fun. As a robot inspector, I always look forward to the robot inspection checklist to be released. I highlighted a bunch of stuff here on the inspection checklist that I often see teams make some mistakes along these items that I've highlighted. I'm going to go through these quickly. Brett, you can pick which one you want to edit out. The robot weight is one of the 2 biggest rules, actually 3 biggest rules with regard to robot construction. Weight, safety, and size are, in my opinion. I think everything goes within those rules. Robot weight, you got to be under 125. That's hard to do for many teams. And then you got to make sure your second configuration is under 125 pounds too. So make sure you read the rules with regard to different configurations and make sure your second configuration is under that same weight. Bumpers. Bumper rules haven't changed much, but we still see teams do these simple things not correctly. Bumper segments must be at least 6 inches. So the best way to measure a bumper segment, to make sure it's within size, pull out. A dollar bill is 6 inches. If your bumper segment is not longer than that 6 inches, if it's shorter than that dollar bill, then you're in trouble. You don't need a tape measure. Just pull out a dollar and measure your bumper segments, and you're going to be fine. And that's not for bribing. Make sure your gaps between your bumper and your frame perimeter are within 1/4 inch, unless there's supposed to be a gap there, then that gap has to be no longer than 8 inches. Make sure your bumpers are not higher than 7.5 inches. Don't have sharp edges on your robot. File those sharp edges down. Electrical, make sure your power distribution panel is visible and easy to get to. This isn't for the people on the field, it's more so for the inspectors and for you to debug your robot. Make sure your main breaker and your vent valves for pneumatics are accessible. Make sure your CAN wires are hooked up between your Rio and your PDB. Even if you're not on CAN, you still got to do that. Really, the last thing that trips up teams, in my opinion, is software versions. Make sure your software versions are up to date. That's one of the things that trips up teams toward the last part of the inspection process. I think this year's versions, as of today, are RoboRio is version 10 and the driver station is version 20. So get your versions right. Don't be surprised when the inspector says, hey, why don't you have this year's version? Oh yeah, I forgot. I told you. Don't forget. Our friend Alan Gregory, he did a really good job of pointing out differences in this year's inspection process and the bill of material process and those kinds of things. Really, he focused on the bill of material. He talks about things you need to watch for, or maybe you don't need to watch for if you're not even close to the $5,000 limit, things that teams forget, things that are new this year. So check out Alan's post on Chief Delphi. Limelights are back in stock. We've got a lot of those limelights. They're pretty popular, so check them out. We have openings for interns. We have a few applications already, so check out the careers website underneath company info down at the bottom of the website. You can check out available positions and the internships available for students this summer. Andy Mark's staff is going out into the field, and we have our engineering manager, Kevin Kaloge, is helping out a team in Michigan as their adopted engineer for the weekend. I think that's week 5. It's not week 5. It's week 2. It's team 8378 Hudson Tigers from Michigan. Thanks to you guys at Hudson Tigers for applying, and Kevin will be helping you guys out. And I'm going out to North Carolina for the Asheville event. I'm still trying to figure out which team I'm going to help out. I'm just going to help out everybody, I think. So have fun. Good luck to all the week 1 events this coming weekend. And we'll see you out on the road.
I miss the Super Regionals.